Bring out the gimp. That's like the one phrase I would find myself having a heart attack upon hearing if I ever was in a tied up situation. And if you know what that phrase comes from, you know that today I will be talking about Pulp Fiction. So in this movie, you have two hitmans named Vincent Vega and Jules Whitfield that have a penchant for philosophy discussions. In this ultra hip, multi-strand crime movie, their storyline are interwoven with their gangster boss Marcellus Wallace, his actress wife Mia Wallace, a struggling boxer named Butch, a master fixer named Mr. Wolf, and a nervous pair of armed robbers that go by Pumpkin and Honey Bunny. Now that's pretty much the breakdown of the movie. And will I talk about spoilers? You bet your ass I will. So you have been warned. So Pulp Fiction is a drama slash crime movie that came out in 1994 and directed by the mastermind Quentin Tarantino. Now this movie is really driven by its dialogue. It's smart, it's funny, it gets you very interested into the conversations. And the conversations are just everyday conversation. And that's the beauty of it. Like when Jules and Vincent was talking about what do you call a quarter pounder in Europe? A Royale with cheese. It's because of the metric system. And elements like that make the conversation more believable, and that's why I love, because I can envision myself talking to someone about the very topic if I went to Europe. And another conversation I love leads to my favorite scene. It was more of a monologue with Marcellus Wallace and Butch. It was my favorite scene because everything about that scene was perfect. You have this over-the-shoulder shot focusing on Butch and part of Marcellus Wallace's head while Marcellus is telling Butch reason why he needs to take the dive. And they had Al Green, Let's Stay Together, playing in the background. It just made this scene just so lovely while you listening to Marcellus Wallace's words come out. And the scene felt very dramatic because the only thing of Marcellus Wallace you can see was his head and that big old band-aid on the back of it, and Butch's reactions as Marcellus is talking. And I love how at the moment that he's giving Butch the money, he says, in the fifth, your ass goes down. Like, examples like that and how these characters are delivering these lines, this movie has so many quotable moments. And another scene where I really enjoyed the conversation had to do with Mia Wallace and Vincent. They are out at this restaurant having dinner and talking, and Mia asks this question. Why do most people feel like they must yak about bullshit in order to feel comfortable? Now, when she said that, the tone of the scene changed from playful and lightheartedness to being more serious. And at that moment, the song in the background got intensified more. It draws me in, and that question actually made me think. And that is what I loved about this conversation. It got me intrigued into it. It made me think instead of just watching two people talk to further the plot. And the dialogue in this movie made the chemistry amongst all the actors really superb. And each interaction with any character you will enjoy watching. Now this movie is not like other movies. It's dealing with three storylines that are intertwined with each other that are not in chronological order. And that's the fun in trying to figure out which events come first since it's not filmed in the correct order. So my favorite storyline has to do with Vincent and Jules. Their interactions with each other was great. The action scene was really good. And watching Jules kill someone as he quoting the Bible is like the highlight of this movie. Like I guarantee you, if you say Pulp Fiction to anyone, that scene is what pop up into their mind. Now, with that being said, my least favorite storyline involves Butch. Now, don't get me wrong, his storyline was great. I felt like it was a little bit too long. His girlfriend was very annoying in the scene that involves him and Marcellus Wallace when Marcellus Wallace was getting raped will leave a mental scar. But the movie overall is great. I love the soundtrack to it, and it's one of my favorite movies. The movie is 3 hours long, and it is a good watch. So for the cast, you have Samuel Jackson, John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Bruce Willis, Quentin Tarantino, Tim Roth, Vin Rames, and Christopher Walken, to name a few. And yes, I had to get the poster, along with my bad motherfucker wallet. So have you seen Pulp Fiction? Tell me all your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, stalk all my social media, and have a blessed day.